Hi, welcome to the AllBrands Show with me, your host today, Courtney Dowdett. Today we are doing how to make a disappearing 9-patch quilt block, and I'm so excited. I was telling Lauren, our imaginary friend, I'm like, I do this all the time. Why haven't I done this on the show? And she's like, great question. Let me say hi to some of you guys in the chat while everyone's coming in. Hi, Sharon. Hello from North Texas. Hello. Let's see. Oh, I'll actually be Texas next week. I know, wild. It's very hot. There we go. Hello, Brenda from North Dakota. Hello. I'm just going to jump through real fast because we've got a lot to cover. Let's see. So happy to catch a live, even if it's because of a flight delay. Barbara Jones, you are a jet setter, I swear. Let's see. Hello. Let's see, from San Antonio. I'll be there very soon. Let's see. Hello, Roxanne from Australia. That's awesome. Do you know our friend Leanne Church in Australia? She is fantastic. Let's see. Hello, everyone from Illinois. Hello, Doris. Oh my goodness. Now, Desiree's already on it. If you guys remember that we do an AllBrands $25 e-gift card every AllBrands show, if you comment hashtag AllBrands in that chat, it's automatically going to enter you to win that $25 e-gift card. So that's hashtag AllBrands in the chat will automatically enter you to win that $25 e-gift card. And I know that she's watched the show before. She was like, hashtag AllBrands. So there we go. So hello, everybody. All right, so let's start off. Now, there's something in front of me that is usually not in front of me, which is a cutting mat. Because usually my scan and cut, who's over there, we put her back there today, I know, is usually right here next to me. However, sometimes I do use a cutter. And I did talk about this on one show, and you guys were like, what cutter is the one you recommend? Because if you don't know, I don't call it issues. Okay. Me and my hands don't get along sometimes. And so sometimes I don't like doing a lot with my hands. And if I can find a workaround, that's how I found the scan and cut, because I wanted to find a workaround that I could still do my appliques without little applique scissors, or I could cut out quilt blocks without having to actually do it a lot of times. That's how I found my scan and cut. And it's fantastic. And now we're in it for life. But let me not talk about her today. But let's talk about my rotary blade that I actually personally use. So this is the one from, this one's actually the Baton Rouge one because I left mine at home on accident. So I went down there and I was like, Robert in the Baton Rouge store, I'm like, do you have one? He was like, yes, of course. So I borrowed his. I promised I will give it back. He even gave me one in the packaging to show. This was the one he was originally going to give me because he was nervous about giving me his because he was like, I love this. But if you're looking at this, let me show you up close. If you're looking at this, you're like, that's a really weird rotary cutter. Why does she bent like this? Because you're not going to hold her like a rotary blade. You're actually going to put your fingers right here. So there's a little, like a, what do you call, little ridge area that you would put your hands, and then you're just going to guide. And this feels a lot more comfortable than if I was holding a traditional rotary blade. Let me grab one because I do have some. So like this one is a traditional rotary blade, and this is a little bit more, I don't know how to explain it. I don't feel comfortable. Even putting my hands here, I feel like I need to do like this. And you know, when I do like this, all that veining and stuff comes out because this isn't natural for me. Where this feels more natural for me, and I just roll. So I really like these rotary cutters. So it's the True Cut. So Grace makes this, the True Cut rotary cutters. And of course, Lauren, our imaginary friend, is already putting it in the chat. This is why we love Lauren. So when you buy them, this is like the packaging comes in. It's the comfort cutter. So this one is the exact one like I use, and I absolutely love it because see how she's holding it? It just makes it more, oh, ergonomic approved. Very cool. I've never noticed that. I just get excited and rip mine open. So very, very cool how they have them. Now, I usually use them, and I didn't have one, so I borrowed one from the store. They have these little, what are they called? Rulers. There we go. That they recommend using them because they have a ridge to them. Like there's a little lip right here. And so it sits in there really nicely when you're doing them. And then it's easier than doing them on a regular little ruler like this. So I like those. They kind of lock in together, and it's a match made in heaven for me when I have to do this. These are the ones that I absolutely love. So I was going to show you guys real quick that rotary blade because, again, I love her. She's great. So let's take some scrap fabric real fast. So I've already cut out my pieces because I was not going to make you watch me cut out every single piece. There we go. Oh, yeah. The cutter works the best with these special rulers. Yeah, they really do. It's so nice. I'm starting up a whole collection of them, and they're so good. All right. So what I'm going to do is, if you notice, like, again, this feels more comfortable in my hand. All I would do is like any other one. Do I need to unlock this? There we go. Sorry. So right there's a little locking. So you push it down and then that blade comes out. That's nice for me because I have little ones around the house. And when they pick something up that they shouldn't, I like having 2 extra seconds to go grab it from them. So like right here, it's not touching me unless I take down that lock, then that blade's now out and active. So very, very nice just to push and then be able to roll like that. So I like it for that. And then I feel like I can do a lot of them at one time, which is nice, and do multiple layers. Now my ScanNCut, as much as I love her, she does not do multiple layers like this one can. So I'm going to roll this over like this. There. So you're like, Courtney, I know a rotary blade, or rotary cutter, but again, this one just feels better for me. It just feels nicer for me to go over it and kind of do like that. So just wanted to show that because we are going to talk about cutting squares and stuff like that. So I just wanted to share the one that I personally like. All right. So I'm going to see, that's what happens. I throw things and then later on I got to clean them up and it's a mess. All right. So I've got my squares here. Let's go ahead and start on our 9 patch. So I've got my squares here and we are going to have to use her later to cut what we're about to quilt. You're like, what? Hold on. Don't we usually cut? Then we piece together and then we quilt it all. So for a disappearing 9 patch, you actually cut your pieces. So I like to use, let me show you up close. I like to use squares for this, of course. And so we're going to layer some squares like this. Whatever colors. I like doing this as like a little fun bit. If you've got scrap fabric that's cut in a weird way, you could cut a few triangles out of it. So I'm just going to lay these in a willy-nilly pattern, no rhyme or reason. I was like, am I missing one? Oh, I want this to go there. There you go. All right, gorgeous. So now I've got the row that I want. And you're like, oh, okay, so when you sew this out, this is what it's going to look like. No. So this is just laying it out. And honestly, it is kind of fun to not have any rhyme or reason to it and just throw them all out there. And then once you cut it, you can kind of play with it more. So we've got this. And what I'm going to do is sew this one to this one. So put right sides together, sew a line, open it back up, sew that line, and then sew this row, connect them together. All right. So the machine I'm using today is one that I never really use on the show, which is wild to me, which is the NS80. So she is a very cost-friendly machine, but she actually has a lot of stitches. If you don't notice from here, she has a lot of stitches. Now, Robert in the Baton Rouge location, when he saw that I was taking the NS80, he was like, oh, you know that there's a hidden stitch. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, there's a hidden magic stitch. And I was like, well, how do you get to it? And he was like, oh, you turn the dial backwards and you get to that hidden stitch. And I was like, what does it do? And he wouldn't tell me. And he told me to wait and to do it later. So I'm going to do it with you guys. I don't know what it's going to do. Is it going to sing me a song? Let's see. Oh, I went back. I don't know what you mean, Robert. Oh, it goes into the negative. What does that mean? 80. Oh, it can jump down to 8. But what's this negative one? Does it automatically go back? Tells me to put the input on there. Maybe we'll try it later. Robert's magical stitch is what I'm going to call that. All right, so I'm going to drop in a bobbin real fast. Because she does have a drop-in bobbin, which is so nice. Honestly, a lot of times I'll just get a ton of pre-wound bobbins and just have them next to me, and it's fantastic. And I love it, and I highly recommend doing that. Just have a ton of pre-wounds. That's all you need in life. A bunch of pre-wound bobbins, which is nice. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start piecing our items. And I'm going to fight with this other camera, off camera, so you can't see me fighting with it. Oh, there it goes. Because I need to zoom in so you can actually see what I'm sewing would probably be nice. All right. Let's see. Oh, this camera. We broke one of my cameras at the Lunch and Learn tour, and I'm still not over it. No, I need it back. Because I need 4 camera angles. I'm spoiled. All right. Let's see. All right. There we go. There we go. Much easier. You can see what I'm doing now, huh? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take my 2 pieces, and we're just going to sew a straight line down it. I do have blue thread in there. I thought it'd be easier for you guys to see. So, all right. She's already threaded. Yay. All right. Using the foot pedal. Did I? Oh, I had it on full speed. I was like, why is she going so fast? That was funny. All right, little cutter on the side. Here we go. Boop. So we've got our first one. Open her up, and I will press her in a minute. But now that we have those two, I did not sew a straight line. Maybe I need to seam rip that and try that one again. That's a me problem at that point because I wasn't paying attention. All right, let's see. I did not backstitch, so she just opens up really nicely, and I just can go like it never happened. There we go. All right, there it goes. All right, let's try that again. All right, let's meet them up. And of course, it's in dark blue, so you're going to notice even more. All right, there we go. I'm going to lower that speed, okay? I'm not a speed demon. Am I in y'all's way? There we go. This isn't even my show, it's y'all's. Let me get out of y'all's way. There we go. All right. Now, if you want to just chain stitch, you absolutely could, and which is probably what I'm going to go ahead and do, which just means that I'm going to take this row right here. So we started on this row. I'm just going to go ahead and take the first two from those two rows, chain stitch them together real fast, and then I can go ahead and press them open. It just makes it a little bit faster, in my opinion, which is nice. All righty. Okay, up those up. Oh, there it goes. I was like, why is she bunching up a little? That was weird. Okay. Get the next two. I am all in y'all's way. I need to move. All right, there we go. I can make that up better. It's like you cut them really well and you're like, all right, this is my one job. Okay, I'm supposed to line them up nicely. Oh, the needle's at the left side. I was like, why am I getting such a giant seam allowance? It's because the needle's to the left side. That's funny. Oh, well. All right, we'll just have a big seam allowance. It's fine. Okay. All right, so now that we've got that, I'm going to go ahead and just, boop. It makes like a little banner. I love doing that. It's cute. All right, so I'm just going to take my snips and snip in between those. I know I'm not using the giant scissors or the electric ones. It feels weird for me too. All right, I'm going to turn my project iron on, the Lisso MP3 Pro. Love her. And I'm just going to be good, and I'm actually going to press my seams open because we want this to be a nice, even square when we sew her together. So I'm just going to open her up and press. I could do this right at the end, but I'm going to be good. Just a quick press. Okay. Cute. All right, that one goes there. Does that one go there? No, I think that one goes there. There we go. All right. Okay, and on that side. Now, tell me in the comments, do you do the traditional press to the dark side, or are you a rebel and just press to whatever direction you want? Oh, Patty said she has that cutter and loves it. I know, it's so good. Okay. So let me know in the comments. Are you a press to the dark side? Oh, or do you press it open? Like how, like, instead of pressing to one, you open it up and then press that way. Let me know. Which way are you pressing? All right. So there we go. I don't know why that needle is set to staying down. That was weird. That bobbin thread feels thin, which is weird because I got it out of the same pack. I don't know. There we go. It's like it gets bad when you can feel by touch like something's off. All right, so since we did the first two right here, I'm going to grab that last one and put it over on top like this. Okay, like this, and then we're going to go ahead and put it there. Okay. And then we can do with that with the next set. So these right here, again, we've already done these two, so we can take that one right sides together. And so that one kind of change stitch that too. Now you feel like, okay, Courtney, does that actually make it any faster? I feel like it does. It's less time of me cutting off the thread and bringing it over and doing all of that. I feel like it does. So if it's just a simple block, I'll do it this way, where I just chain stitch them. Okay, and then we'll grab that last one. It goes very quickly. Okay, let me just sew off a little bit more so I have a tail that I can come with the little cutter. Alrighty, so now that I've got another banner, there we go. I'm gonna snip in between. There we go. All right, and then I can go ahead and press that open now, and I've got 3 layers that all I have to do is connect those. How fast and easy is that? Let me come over to my iron again. Let's see what you guys are saying. If you press left and right, you can make sure the nest. Oh, that's smart. Because whenever you connect them later, you can make sure that some's folded this way, some fold this way, and so they nestle really well instead of all the bulk being on one side or the other side. That is a very good point. All right. Okay. All right, and the last one. Okay. All right. So now that we have all 3 of these, what I'm going to do is I probably should have moved the camera. In hindsight, I should have moved the camera. You know what? Let me switch to this one. Oh, and my son's girlfriend's calling me. She's going to have to wait. I'm so sorry, Sarah. There we go. All right. So we have the top one that we've sewn together like this. We've got the middle one like that. And then we've got the bottom one like this. So I'm going to go ahead and put these 2 right sides together. And this is when she was talking about nestling. So we're going to nestle these areas. If you want to wonder clip them, you absolutely could wonder clip. Let me grab some. It's not a huge thing, so I'm not dire to make sure that I clip them all together, but it's nice and it makes it nice. So doing the little things now do help later, unfortunately. So I'll agree with that. All right, let me nestle those in. If they're not exact, let's blame someone else. Someone pick a name in the comments. I'm kidding. Don't do that. I said that on one show, and I think it was Nancy, I think. I'm sorry, Nancy. Any Nancy watching. I'm so sorry. It was pretty funny at that moment, though. All right. There we go. All right. There we go. So I've just clipped those very quickly, and now we can take them back over to our machine. Did I clip them very well? I could have done better. Okay, there we go. Okay. Press your foot. Yell at me if I get in front of you. And by yell at me, I mean Lauren, yell at me if I'm in front. Do y'all notice I don't actually stop sometimes when I take the pins out? I just slow down a little bit. That's the nice part about doing it with the presser foot. Is I can slow down. It's like driving a car. All right, fantastic. We're going to go a little off just so I have enough room to cut. Okay. There we go. There we go. All right, so we've got, let me switch cameras. We've got this one now. Gorgeous. Let's go ahead and press her. I'm doing an okay job explaining. All right, so we've got this now. So we've got the, well, we want to do it this way. We've got our top layer, our center, and now we are going to connect our bottom. So I want it this way, right sides together to connect those and sew them together. Again, if you want to do the wonder clips, you are more than welcome to. If you're like, no, I'm a rebel without a cause and I don't need any wonder clips, then no one's judging you. It's judgment-free zone here. So I'm just clipping them together real fast. And again, trying to nestle the area. Trying my best. It does look really nice if you do try to put them and nestle them together. I will say that. All right, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in my machine. Okay. I usually like to kind of stop at the end and then I reconnect these area right here in case it kind of got a little off centered. Gorgeous. All right, so we've got our last one. I'm going to go ahead and press her. How fast is the square? So fast. Flip it over to the back. All right, there we go. So now we have our square like this. She's gorgeous. She's wonderful. How do we make this into a disappearing 9 patch? So what you're going to do is you're actually going to cut all the way down the center of this. And then you're going to turn and cut all the way this way. So we're making a plus sign all the way down the center and cutting right here. So it works really, really well when you do this. Now, whenever I do this, I usually get a big ruler, not this big. This is ridiculous. It does not need to be this big. Usually I'll get like a square ruler, just something that's a little bit bigger than this because you don't want a small ruler and then you're cutting only halfway through and not cutting all the way to the side. It's not going to work. So I usually like to take it on my mat, put it down on here. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit. Let's see. You're going to see me walking. I'm sorry. There we go. All the camera angles today. I'm so sorry. There we go. All the angles today. All right, there we go. All right, a little bit better. So what I'm going to do, I usually like to lay it on my ruler where it's on, like the top part is on a straight line and then the side is as tubes. So that way I know it's somewhat squared. Maybe I didn't sew it perfectly square, but it is giving me my fighting chance. So I'm going to place the ruler in the center of the square. Let's see. I feel like this is center. You should probably actually measure it, Courtney. There we go. All right. I'm going to take my True Cut ruler. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and go right on the edge. There we go. So did I cut all the way through? Told you I don't like using rotary blades. This is the only one I will use. I don't like using them. There we go. All right, so now we've done that. Let me clip off this end. There we go. Done that. We're going to keep her together because then we can just flip the ruler this way if you want to, or if you want to just turn the whole thing like I usually do, because I don't want to have to move myself. So I'm just trying to gently turn it. Let me pull it this way. There we go. All right. And then put it back together like this. Meet this down the center. Okay. There we go. Did I cut all the way through? It's that age-old trick of like, did I cut all the way through? There we go. All right. So we've cut through this way. So now let me clip some threads. There we go. Because I don't add a lot of pressure to it just because, again, my hands, I can't. So get it at least, and then I'll trim some threads. All right, so we have our squares. So if we were looking at our squares, we now have one square that looks like this, right? With the small, right? I know. And then we have another square that looks a little different than this one. So now we have these like fun variations to them, which is nice. We've got this one that I did not meet up that point very well, but we're going to pretend I did. All right. Oh, you can remove the ruler guard using the standard ruler. Oh, okay. I don't know why I just leave it on. I don't know if it's personal preference or if I just do it. That's funny. This one. So now the fun part is that we can now kind of move them around and configure them around differently to figure out, okay, what do I like? Do I like this pattern or that pattern? And it gives us more options. So let's say, all right, let's put it back to how it was. So this is how it originally was, and I accidentally cut through there. We're going to pretend it didn't. But this is how it originally was when the square was all together. But if I rotate like this, let's put this one over here like this. Let's put that there, but over here. And let's put this one over here, maybe with all the points sticking out like that. Okay, that's a fun configuration. that we've now done. Or maybe if I want to put this sticking out this way and maybe this one coming this way, then that's a different block that I could have. So you really just are rotating them. And that's why it calls it the disappearing 9 block, because that square in the middle is disappearing into all these other fun configurations that you can now do with it. So it doesn't have to have any rhyme or reasons to it. If you're like, no, this feels great, I like how this looks, then that's how you can keep it. So I usually start spinning them, as I call it. And oh, look how cool that is. If you did a lot of them and maybe this block just kept going down the quilt, that would be so neat. That would be actually really, really fun. And then it had these like fun geometric like shapes going through it. Like, I love that. Let's see. Joy said that is exactly the square I was going to do in the coming Monday on my channel. Oops. Oh, sorry. So it's so fun. All right, let's see. I think my favorite one, and of course you can put your favorite one. I think my favorite one that I did was when this was over here. That was really cute. I think, was this the configuration? No. Which one was it? There was one a minute ago that I really liked. Oh, no. Which one was it? Oh, it was this. Yeah. I really like that one. I don't know what it is. I really like that one. That one was a lot of fun. Let's see. Maybe let's try some other ones. Like that, maybe. It's cute. Yeah. But like, how fun is that? It's just a game of, well, do I like this? Or just keep turning and seeing, do I like this? Do I like that kind of thing? So let's see. There was one I really liked, and I wish I could remember what it was. But I kept turning. I'm sure if I keep turning it, I'll think of it in a minute. Or I'll see it in a minute. This one's fun. I really do like this one. Let's see. Maybe if we keep turning. I do like that one with all the big ones in the middle. Let's see. And honestly, I could just move these on the outside and have it different and not move the counterpart or anything like that. Now, I did use some fabric that was like each other. Oh, green corners was my favorite. Everything on the green? Okay, let me do it. Chloe said do it. Yeah, that one was my favorite too. I don't know why. And then it's like, oh, she cut these itty bitty little squares and sewed them together. That must have taken forever. And it didn't take me at all. All right, so now if we like this, and we like that a lot, we're going to go ahead and take this one, put right sides together, and then bring it over to my machine. So if we bring it back over, and then we just sew those together. Like, how easy and fun is that? And just simple to make this fun disappearing 9 patch. I love this. Okay. Yeah. So now we've got that one. I am not sewing a straight line today. That's a me problem. I had way too much caffeine this morning. Just to be honest. That was me. All right, and then sew this one together. So very, very fun. I'm glad we're using different machines on the show, okay? Because the NS80 is actually really nice, and I do like this machine, especially for like a travel machine if you wanted to travel a lot. But the reason it was on my mind is because all of my girls that came to the camp, and boys, we had boys there too, everyone that came to the camp, that they were just starting out learning how to sew. And I'm not gonna go and say, oh, okay, well, mom and dad, you need to go buy this crazy expensive machine for your little one to start sewing on, because what if they don't fall in love with it? Now, I hope they fall in love with it, because we always want more people in the sewing community. But what if they don't fall in love with it, and then you've invested your money into this more expensive machine, and then that doesn't seem right, that you've had to spend the money. So anyways, I usually recommend like the NS80. She's at a decent price point. I love that her stitch is right here, and all you have to do is go like this to go to the other stitches. I feel like it takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. So it's simple. It's got a bobbin winder. So that's usually what I recommend for someone who's beginning, who's just starting out sewing. It's just a simple machine like that one. She's a little workhorse. We love her. That's usually what I recommend. So if you're looking to get someone who's just learning, doesn't have to be a kid, anyone just learning how to sew, that's the kind of thing I recommend. Mostly because she has a speed control. So like the speed controls here, if you notice, I even lowered mine because I was like, ooh, she's going fast. I went ahead and lowered mine because it felt like I had more control over it. So I like that. And not all machines have that. And it just has a simple button for a backward stitch. There's the ones that you pull down to do a backward stitch. I don't like those. I don't know what it is. It's something I don't vibe with, as they say. I like to have the button. I think it's because it's what I'm used to. You know, when you start off with something and you get used to it. All right, there we go. Go a little bit longer. And she has needle down. So if I'm doing, like, if I'm sewing and I need to turn a quarter, I can hit that needle down and then put that foot up, rotate it with that needle still in there, and then keep stitching. So that's nice. So she's a little workhorse. I'm going to put it to the negative, and we're going to sew on a piece of scrap fabric and figure out what Robert was talking about. I don't know if he's just pulling my leg. He seemed excited, which makes me think he's not pulling my leg and it does something. I'm very nervous. All right, let me go ahead and press this one last time. And how cute is that? Let me show you another camera. There we go. How cute is that? Oh no! I sewed it upside down. Oh, that's funny. I sewed the wrong one. It was supposed. This was supposed to be there, or you know what I mean. This was supposed to be there. I was supposed to turn them. I didn't. But oh well. How cute is that? That's so fun. And honestly, if you did do that, it looks like you put a bigger piece than what you actually did. That's so funny. How did I do that? I don't even know how I managed to do that. I'm trying to figure it out now in my head. Maybe I was supposed to put that there. I don't know. I must have laid it down funny. It adds character, right, Janet? It's very cute. Love fabric. Thank you. These are looking ice cream cones. I almost said candy cones. So when I went and got the machine, Robert had this where he did a lot of the decorative fonts that are built into the machine. And I was like, I love that because it shows all the different ones that you could possibly do, which was a lot of fun. Let's see if this camera will show it better. There we go. So I thought that was super neat that he did this to show some of the cool decorative fonts that are built into the machine already. And he said he's a visual person. He likes to see them. So I thought that was really, really neat. It's an easy to sew together wrong size. I know, right? You gotta love it. You gotta love it. So very, very fun. So that is a disappearing nine patch quilt block. So very, very cool. Like I said, it's super easy to flip those around. And I enjoy it because it's, one, I get to be creative. And then maybe I did this one like that, but the next one with the same fabrics will look different because I turned it a different way. And then I could have a whole quilt block or a whole quilt that's made out of the same fabrics. And I sewed them all together. So it took that guesswork out of it for me. But then I turned them and made them look like a whole different quilt. So very, very fun. So let me know in the comments, have you ever done a disappearing 9-patch quilt block? And yes, I'm reading the title every time I say that. All right, let's see some of the comments. Let's see. I know, I was just into sewing. I love this. I love when I can just sew. It's a lot of fun. Let's see. Very cute. Thank you, guys. Let's see. I'm like rolling back in the comments. Oh, Lauren, you magical woman, you actually did some for me. Do you need a special replacement blades? No, you don't. No, this one has a 45. Now, usually what I do is I'll buy the refills from Grace just because I'm like, okay, then I know it's the ones for that. But, and I like how they have numbers on them. So I usually just buy the replacement Grace ones. Oh, wait, right or left-handed? Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Because it doesn't feel different either way. Because you know, sometimes you have to buy specialty blades if you're left-handed or right-handed. Yeah, that's true. That doesn't feel any different. Okay, I'm learning things from the yeah, stress-free cutting works with most brands of blades. I'm glad you asked that. I've never read the packaging. Like I've said, I get home and I get really excited and I just rip open packaging and I'm going for the thing. I never look at the packaging. Featuring quick change blade. Okay, very cool. All right, so let's get a piece of scrap fabric because I haven't forgotten what he said about the magical, I don't know if he called it magical. He said there's a secret stitch if you go into the negative. And I don't know what's about to happen. He said this, and now I feel like I have to find out what it is. So, all right. I feel like he could be pulling my leg, and I don't know. That's the scary part. He really could be pulling my leg. And I swear, if he's watching this giggling right now, I'm going to get him. All right, let's see. I'm going to move you guys closer with the other camera again. There we go. I just don't want you to have to watch the camera moving a ton. It's not fun. All right, here we go. All right, we're going into the negative. Wait, Let's see. Look, all I'm doing, I'm just turning this. All right. So it says negative dash dash. Robert Hall, I swear. All right, let's see. What? What is it doing? What? It's going this way, like going that way. I'm just gonna keep my foot down. What? It's slowing down. I'm not slowing it down. What? All right, let's. It makes a heart. Is that a heart? What would you count that as? It's like a heart. I think it's a heart. That's so funny. Okay. I was like, what was he talking? Yeah, it goes into the negative and it makes a little heart. Like a weird heart, but a heart. I think it's supposed to be a heart. We'll have to ask Robert later what it's supposed to be. I think it looks like a heart. What do y'all think? I think it's like a little heart. That's so funny. It just started going off on its own and then went for it. That is too funny. All right, let me see. Let me answer some more questions. Lauren, our magical friend, thank you for doing some. Sorry for missing it. Do we need to cut up the 9 patch exactly in the middle? Now, if you wanted to make it like that, now you could cut it smaller. Honestly, you could cut it smaller. Oh, wrong camera. You could cut it smaller. So if you wanted to cut so say this was the 9 patch before I cut it. So I could cut here, I could cut there, and then cut there. As long as there's even squares to turn, because you don't want to cut too much on one end and then it doesn't actually make your square for you. So as long as you're cutting it evenly, you should be fine. But yeah, that's. I wonder where Robert had. There's some really cute, and there's buttonholes on this one, so I really love that. There are some really cute decorative ones on there. There's one that looks like stippling. Oh, I've been playing. This is what happens when I look at machines and I'm like, but I like the little heart one. That's really cute. There's like a little heart one. Oh, I think he had that on his sample. Oh, it's a bumblebee. Oh, there's a bump. Okay. Sorry. We should have used the bumblebee the whole time. That's fun. Oh, I like that a lot. Oh, that one's a little car. Can you guys see that okay? There's a little car. There's hearts. The little leaf one's really cute, but the bumblebee is my favorite. That's a bike? How did I not know there was a bike on here? That's cute. Because I don't pay attention. The stars are cute, little flowers. The heart was cute. That's cute. He gave us a little moment. That was a lot of fun. So very, very fun to be able to do these. I'm going to go jump back in the comments real fast. Let's see. I bet it has a programmable stitch creator in it. Do you think that's what that was? Do you think that's what that was? Why would he not tell me? Let's see. If I... Does it? No. No, because if I change that, I'll have to ask him later. I think the heart was fun. It's an alligator. Is it an alligator? No, I feel... Let me see. Oh, where did she go? I put her over here. It is an alligator. Oh, you're right. You are so right. Because he said something about, oh, it's really perfect for where we live. I'm in Louisiana. Sewing Gal, you are a genius. It is an alligator. I was like, I think it's a heart. I was looking at it this way. I was looking at it up and down instead of turning it. Yeah, if you turn it, it's an alligator. Oh my gosh. I did not realize. That is so funny. I have the same designs on my machine. Yeah, they're cute. I like to play around with the built-ins. I like the bee. Yeah, the bee was cute. It's corny as an alligator. I know. That's hilarious. Lauren's probably back there like, corny. It's an alligator. There we go. Oh, what machine is that? This is the Brother NS80E. So it is sewing. I hate to say only. I don't like to say only because like sewing's a lot. We don't say only. But yeah, it's the NS80. She is a fantastic little workhorse. Lauren, I don't know the price of it because I use these. Can you put them in the comments for me? Oh, you've linked the machine. Okay. Thank you, Lauren. Let's see. Some of them have custom. There's a lot of you being like, oh, it's because you guessed it because you're in Louisiana too. All right. Great minds think alike. That's so funny. Oh my goodness. That just made my day. I think it's a heart. Corny as an alligator. All right. So very, very cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this disappearing 9 block. Let me know in the comments, do you guys want us to try other blocks? Because there's so many different options out there of different blocks and different techniques that we can absolutely do. So let me know down in the comments, what's one that you've heard of and you want us to do again? Because I would absolutely love that. Now, just a quick reminder, next week's going to be a little different because I will be putting out a video. What day do I I will be putting out a video on Wednesday and on Thursday, actually vlogging and letting you follow me around Brother Experience, where they come out with the new machines. They do this really cool thing called Brother Experience BEX, and it's where they bring us in and we get to learn the new machines and get to experience. They do a big launch and tell us the new machines, and so it's kind of like Christmas for me because I enjoy it. So I asked you guys on a previous show, like, hey, do you want to come with me and I'll just vlog and you get to see some of the classes that I get to take and some of the cool people we get to meet? And you guys said yes. So next week we'll actually be following me around at BEX, and I will have that up on our channel. So make sure that you see those videos. I'm very excited about that. Let me know in the comments, of course, other things you'd like. Let me know. Do you like the NS80? Do we need to bring her back on the show again? Or do we need to switch it out? Is there another machine that you're like, hey, Courtney, can we try this one? And can you bring a Stellaire? Can you bring a 6 needle? Can you bring whatever it is? Let me know and I'll be happy to do that. Guys, I have a big studio and I have a whole retail store full of machines. So I can grab any machine y'all ask about. So let me know down in the comments, is there one you would like me to bring on the show? Because I would love to be able to bring them and show them and play with them. And one day I'll bring back my Avenir. I'm having too much fun with her at home. Have you done the version 9 software update? Because I just did it. I'm very excited to go home and play with her. So let me know down in the comments what you guys would prefer. And Lauren, let's pull up our giveaway. Let's go ahead and do our $25 AllBrands e-gift card giveaway. So if you haven't already, hashtag AllBrands, hurry, hurry. Let's see, who's it going to be? Let's see, it's the longest one ever. Amber! Amber, congratulations. You just won an AllBrands $25 e-gift card. Please email events@allbrands.com with your name, number, and address to claim your $25 e-gift card. Again, that is events@allbrands.com to claim your $25 e-gift card with your name, number, and address. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. It's been nice just to get to sew and do this. Can't wait to see Brother Experience. They're dropping video hints. They just started dropping them. I love the idea of showcasing different machines. I will absolutely do that. You know, I love my Avenir, but whenever it is. When is Brother coming? When is the new Brother coming out? There will be a live announcing from Brother's site, and of course, AllBrands will announce stuff too. That is on Wednesday night. Let me see. Let me see. I can actually pull up the schedule that I have. That I am going to be at the live showing of it, and I will be very excited. So I can actually tell you the exact time. There we go. Let's see. Registration. Launch. They're telling us, and this is Central Time, from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. is supposed to be the launch. So that will be, you'll see a bunch of videos coming out from Brother, coming out from AllBrands. And then that is on Wednesday the 13th. Wednesday the 13th it's going to be later for us. Let me pull it. Ooh. Let me go to my schedule. Everyone else's schedule start popping up. And I was like, no, I don't want your schedule. All right. So Wednesday at 4:30 Central Time, I'm going live from Brother. So I will be going live at 4:30 on Wednesday the 13th from the BEX launch of the new machines. And I will be going live with the new machines. So make sure you mark your calendars. 4:30 Central Time, I will be with the new machines and we'll be going live with them. And that's on Wednesday. So super cool. But I'll be vlogging the whole thing, posting those videos every single day for you guys to see BX and go kind of behind the scenes with us. So I'm very excited to get to show you all of those. So make sure you are putting us on your calendar. Will you see Angela Wolf? You two are fun to watch. We will be there. She will be there. And you know, she's actually coming to Houston Quilt Festival with us. I've already announced it. It's okay. She said I could. So she will be at Houston Quilt Festival with us in the Brother booth, because you know, AllBrands hosts the Brother booth at Houston Quilt Festival. It is early this year. Mark your calendars. It is early this year. So make sure you have that in your calendar to come hang out with me at Houston Quilt Festival and Angela Wolf and Jerry Granada, Cindy Hogan. You know I love Cindy Hogan, and a bunch of really other awesome educators. Don't forget to update your Avenir machine to version 9. It's available now. Yep, Sharon, it's available now. I did it this morning. I was good. Sometimes I'm bad and I wait a couple of days. Do it. All right. Oh, the 13th is your birthday. Well, happy birthday. Absolutely. Marked. Elizabeth marked it. She's like, I'm going to be there, Courtney. Yeah, come hang out with us in the live. It's going to be fun. Definitely watching Jenny. And we'll send out some reminders too. But I just got that confirmation today that I will be with the machines and probably a brother educator at that time. Great line. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun for festival. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I will see you guys next week. You're going to see a lot of me next week because I'm going to be going live. I'm going to be doing a bunch of videos posted to our channel. So make sure you guys come back next week for all those fun videos. And, of course, Saturday for AllBrands After Hours, which is my baby. So thanks for hanging out with us, guys. I'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.